let's talk about encryption. Encryption is an often confusing topic on S3. So this is showing two kinds of encryption: AES 256 server-side encryption with Amazon S3 Managed Keys, and use server-side encryption with AWS-KMS Managed Keys. There are two other kinds of encryption that are not going to show here, which are client-based encryption, where you're managing the keys and encryption. Now, I'm going to focus on these two because I think this confuses people and is really important to understand. So the AWS S3 Managed Key Encryption, what that is going to do is when those objects are written to disk, or whatever they write them to these days, written to persistent storage, they're going to be encrypted with 100% AWS Managed Keys. Now, what that means is if anyone has permission, whether it's through IAM, or through a bucket policy, or through an ACL, or through an access point, we'll go through all these. If they can read that object, it will come across unencrypted to them, okay? All they need is read permission. So really, this doesn't help you that much with a data breach scenario, if at all. This is really, for, in my opinion, little more than checking a box that Amazon can't read the contents of your objects, because it goes in plain text, it comes out plain text, and it's just encrypted on the back end by Amazon. Now, you can do server-side encryption using AWS Managed Keys, and you can, I don't have any configured, well, you can use just the one they kind of give you. Now, this is better for buckets you want to be secure. It's a lot better, because to get what the transaction now will do is, if I go do a read to that S3 bucket, I also have to include the ability to call KMS to get the key that's available at that time. So you can think of this kind of like multi-factor authentication in a way, where I don't just need to crack in to get read access, I also have to get key access in order to pass it in to get the unencrypted data out. So my strong recommendation is always do this with any non-public data. Do not use the AWS S3 Managed Keys, except for checking a box for a compliance framework for public data. What you need to know about encryption, first and foremost, and we're halfway through our hour, so I need to speed up, is those KMS Managed Keys make it much, much harder for bad guys to steal data.